Yes. Yes. The Adventures! I'm on my way. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome, one and all, to the spoiler-filled stream for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Oh, man. I'm excited to get into this. I really like the movie. I'm not even going to try to hide that. I'm going to put that right out. I think many of you probably saw via Twitter, via the video yesterday. I really like the movie. But more than just like the movie, man, I'm excited to talk about the movie because I think, you know, some of you guys have feelings about certain aspects of it. And from what I understand, my feelings on a movie are not as ubiquitous as you might think. Look at this like curly Q thing going on. We got this guy like a straight hair. Some people don't love the movie as much as I do. That's always interesting. And a lot of Marvel fans, I think, have conflicting reviews about it. So I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. We're going to get into full spoilers. I think there's some juicy stuff here, some theories, some really interesting things to get into that I don't think many other folks are talking about just yet. And so, man, let's get it started. We also have a butt ton, which is like a metric ton of butts of giveaways to do today as well. So I'm coming in. I'm pulling into the tower right now. I'll see you in a second. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. I was just feeling it, okay? Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Relax. Oh, man, I'm excited for this one. I love these streams, man. I love these streams. Obviously, spoiler warning, but we're going full-on spoilers. We're going deep into that side of the pool, man. We're going crazy on the spoilers. We're spoiling it! Okay, so we got a lot of fun stuff to get into, a lot of things to get to, okay? First up, I would like to ask the class, and I appreciate your input into DOS chat. We're gonna go over all the super chats. We're gonna get into all that probably in the back half of the stream. But let's start by getting a sense of what you guys thought about it. So put into the chat your score for Multiverse of Madness out of 10. What did you think of the movie? Out of 10. Put it into the chat, and we'll start there. Just get a sense for where everybody's at. Oh, my goodness. Hey, slow down. Hey, everybody, slow down. Oh, my God. Stop. Okay. Okay. I see it. Jesus. I don't know. Okay. I see some 10s, some 9s. A lot of high scores. Lot of high scores. I see a few lower ones, 6, 7s. Solid 7. Okay. Hey, by the way, nothing wrong with a solid 7. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with a solid 7. So I see a lot more of those kind of scores now. Awesome. Cool. Couple people that are lower. Really curious, and I'm sure some people will probably super chat in about this, and we'll like get into it. I'd really like to know, like, what are some people's criticisms? Like, what do some people think about the film? Because I'd like to like sort of address those things, man. I'll tell you guys just right away. It's such an enjoyable thing for me. Jareth, holy holy cow, man. Appreciate that. Holy shit. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for the 100. Very generous. Way too generous. You probably put an extra 0 on there, but it doesn't matter. I'm taking it. Because it just goes to Skylar Schuler anyway. Okay, so let's just talk about this, man. This is why I'm so thrilled about the film. I genuinely loved this movie. Like, loved. Like, didn't like it a lot. It's not like, oh, I thought it was real good. No. I loved this movie, and to me, it is by far and away the best Phase 4 movie that we've gotten so far. I include Spider-Man No Way Home in that, but here's a small caveat, okay? And I think maybe some of y'all will feel me on this. I think that Multiverse of Madness is an actually better put-together film than No Way Home. No Way Home, some of it's a little sloppy. There's some, narrative issues and things of that nature. Some of it feels really weird. But I had way more fun watching Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, I will say that the fan service for No Way Home versus the fan service in Multiverse of Madness, you can't really compare. No Way Home's fan service feels like a freaking warm blanket, chicken noodle soup when you're sick. It's the best feeling, man. And Multiverse of Madness doesn't even approach that feeling. And I think it probably, at least at some point, intentionally makes the decision not to go there, actually, strangely enough. But what I will say is that from a simple just film perspective and the film student in me, and by the way, just in case you didn't know, and put a 1 into the chat if you've never heard this before. We'd like to drop these revelations. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to do gambling too? Oh my God, should we be gambling on top of this? I feel like we can't gamble. I'm not putting gambling on there yet because I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. If you just found out for the first time that I went to full film school, put 1 into the chat. Cool. The film student in me was blown away by this movie. And I literally think it's way smarter than it puts forward. Like, it's way smarter. And I think it's way smarter than a lot of people are giving it credit for. And we're going to get into it. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. But it is so different to me than Moon Knight, okay? So this is what's kind of interesting about this, is Moon Knight sort of presents itself as this really crazy cerebral journey, and then a lot of those threads to me end up going nowhere, or they're overpromised or underdelivered. I said before that I think Moon Knight is a show that is not as smart as it thinks it is. On the other, on the totally complete opposite side of that, Multiverse of Madness doesn't even let you know that it's as smart as it is. Multiverse of Madness isn't even advertised as deep of a movie or as well put together as a narrative as it is. It is, in my opinion, way smarter than a lot of people are giving it credit for. And I think a lot of the things that were removed from the film, and it's not just cameos, but also moments with Chavez, moments with Wanda, they actually serve to just tighten down the lens on Steven and make the movie, for all of its extravagance, ultimately just about this character, which is so unique. I would say that the feeling that I get right now from the movie is that it's very similar to Age of Ultron in what it establishes for the future. Incursions, Secret Wars, multiversal wars, all of that. It's doing the same thing that Age of Ultron did, but it is actually a much tighter narrative that I think will be more enjoyable on replay visits and just revisiting the film than Age of Ultron was. Age of Ultron, even though I defend that movie, I actually think it's pretty decent, is pretty all over the place. It's sort of hurt by the fact that it is an Avengers movie and also trying to set all of this other stuff up. So the narratives, what you're following is crazy. Thor just fucking leaves at one point. It's a weird movie. This movie accomplishes what Age of Ultron did, but also can stand on its own 2 feet as a wholly and complete narrative. It's good, bro. It's fucking good. Are you guys understanding that I like the movie? Is that clear? Can we move on? Is it clear? And now that we've had a little bit of positivity, let's stop the music, Chet. I know what you guys are here for. And I'm a man of my word. Psych, motherfuckers, we ain't doing it because Wanda was the villain. Let's fucking go. And what a good villain she was. Oh my goodness. I thought she was incredible. I thought she was absolutely incredible. She's like a force of nature in this movie, dude. Like a force of nature. And I actually think this is one of the things that's like why, like, low-key the movie is so smart is that I think there's maybe a version of this movie out there with some of the stuff that they shot, because holy shit did they shoot a lot for this film, right? But there's probably a version of the movie out there somewhere where they spend a little bit more time trying to humanize Wanda or, like, get her side of the story. And ultimately, this version is so much better. And that's such a smart call. And I want to give the whole team so much credit, because you have to sort of stand against, like, you know, look, there's a lot of bullshit out there. A lot of people have, like, literally just parrot what other people think. There's all these people that just have talking points for one side of the political spectrum or whatever. Like, all this bullshit. It's just so much bullshit, right? But the reality is that the decisions that I think were made in this movie were made in the face of a lot of that bullshit, and they were ultimately made to make the movie better. Like, it seems like everything that was done, in my opinion, really was sort of bold in how much it served the story. Making Wanda one-dimensional, because she's absolutely one-dimensional, she's a one-note villain in this movie, is the right choice. It might upset some people. You might get some flack. You might get some people out there saying, like, oh, yo, like, they kind of, like, made Wanda really one-dimensional, and that's not right. For whatever reason, pick the reason that you're upset about it, right? And what I'm saying to you is, for them to make that decision to remove the humanity and to just make her that one-note Terminator-style villain, this force of nature, it ultimately just serves the narrative so well. It makes the focus of the complexity from a character perspective focus fully on Steven. It's brilliant. It also allows the overarching danger to drive the plot just the whole way. The pace of this movie is incredible. The movie is so well paced. It's like a just crazy adventure pace that just boom, boom, boom. And then, in my opinion, like, the thing that really blew me away was how much the little stops along the way, the little stops within that journey, are satisfying. Steven at the wedding is fucking incredible, dude. He like embodies that character. It's so wild because it feels like we just have to get reminded of how good Benedict Cumberbatch is, how brilliantly put together the MCU is to create and evoke the feelings of these comic characters on the silver screen. Steven just in his suit, turning the water into wine with Christine. Like, these are little choices that are brilliant, dude. And it felt like genuinely like Steven. And so these little moments, right? He's having the conversation with the other doctor. Oh, you were the best surgeon, and obviously you're the best superhero. And, you know, having people question what he did with Thanos, you know? Christine's husband being a fan. Like, all of these different elements, it just feels like in such a short little stop, a little pause on this crazy ride, there's so much fun that's explored. You know, I also feel like the scenes later on in the movie where they have those memory bank scenes on the other planet or the other universe, great scenes, dude. Brilliant scenes that inform the character. I mean, talk about show don't tell, right? What a cool concept to introduce in the film, to have that show don't tell moment. Humanizes Strange to us, but also to America. Humanizes America to Steven and to us. Brilliant. Wastes no time. Incredible. Like, no fat. Like, from a writing perspective, an acting perspective, an editing perspective, it's just fucking tight, homie. It's real tight. It's tight. And I'm kind of in awe that it is that tight, because ultimately this movie could have just been a goobly glob mess that also just introduces the Secret Wars to us, right? The movie could have just been like, oh, it's crazy, it's fun, oh, wow, blah, 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 blah. And yet, it feels like a genre movie, perfect sequel to Steven, considering where he's at as a character. Brilliant entry into the wider multiverse and what that means for mostly our character. Like, again, this is what's so crazy is that they found this weird way to take everything from being just extravagant fan service without meaning and anchoring it into the character of Stephen Strange. And it's a Stephen Strange movie. It's like really brilliant, bro. Like, I really admire what they did. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. I think it's going to be one of those movies that's like really rewatchable, that will be essential watching, and is not going to, like, it's going to be required reading. You know, in a couple of years' time when we really start to rock into Secret Wars, it's required reading, but it's going to be an enjoyable assignment. You're going to be excited that you watched that movie. I really think so, man. Like, I don't know if you could tell I'm pretty high up on the movie, okay? Let me pause before I just rant and ramble. Okay, let's talk about the cameos. And by the way, look at this cool shirt. They had a shirt at the theater. Look at this cool Doctor Strange shirt. Yeah. Had a good time. Had a good time at the theater, man. It was a good experience. It was cool. Okay, let's talk about the cameos. I think, and we're going to get into the chat. We'll talk about this. Like, I want to know what you guys think. I think there's probably some people disappointed about the cameos, right? I mean, look, I'm going to do a whole video, like, what happened with the cuts. Because, yeah, like, there were cuts. By the way, lost the bet with Skylar Schuler. I actually sent him the money a couple of days ago because I found out after the premiere that Tom Cruise Iron Man was not in this movie. And I will just say that, you know, look, there's multiple things operating here. I think, on the one hand, there's that crowd that's going to be like, oh, it's bullshit. What your source was, dude, trust me, bro. You're turning into Mike Zero. Blah, 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 blah. You know, the usual dribble from the dum-dums. It's all good. Here's the reality. Even Skylar, who I made this bet with, told me that he had documentation, real Marvel documentation, that indicated that Marvel was looking to bring in Iron Man, Spider-Man, I believe Ghost Rider as well. Let me double check what he said, actually. I don't want to misquote him. Let me see. Okay. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man, Magneto. Okay. So, here's the deal. There was obviously a time when Marvel was interested in bringing in any and every crazy cameo that you could think of and juicing this movie up to, like, the max. Okay? And they obviously decided not to do that. And actually, if you investigate that scene, the actual Illuminati scene, it's actually kind of one of the weaker points of the movie, okay? For a couple of different reasons. I still really enjoyed it, and I want to kind of explain what's going on. But you can tell, bro, it's cut to high heaven. There's some transitions, there's some things in there that are like, what? Like, for instance, Mordo has the crazy boot things, but he can't get out of what looks like a deep end of a pool trench. Come on, man. Charles just randomly being gone from the Illuminati place with Mordo and Strange, and then popping up later to do his mental thing with Wanda. Like, come on, man. Couple parts of that scene that are weaker. Okay? Here's the thing, though. I defend the cameos and what we got for two main reasons. Two main reasons, okay? Number one, the cameos don't feel gratuitous, and they instead feel like an honest characterization of what kind of universe this place was. So while none of them are unbelievable, I think they work together to really just give us a sense of what this universe was like. I will tell you that my favorites were Black Bolt and John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. And there's a lot of little things within this sequence and within this part of the film that you can just feel that Marvel or that Kevin Feige care. Because, for instance, they could have had Reed just sitting in the chair, bro. But when he's introduced as the smartest man on the planet and he teleports in, that's Reed fucking Richards, bro. Like, there's a lot that's established and shown that makes it feel like an authentic and a real version of that character without having a lot of screen time, dialogue, and things of that nature. The care is great. When Black Bolt killed the other Stephen Strange, I mean, bro, if you're a fan of Black Bolt from the comics, that's that kind of shit that you've been waiting to see forever. That was brilliant, bro. I love the utilization of Black Bolt. I also love how powerful this group of individuals felt, and they weren't worried about the Scarlet Witch at all. Because they thought, like, Black Bolt would just annihilate her. Like, yo. So, it's not the crazy cameos that we thought maybe we were going to get. But I, honest to goodness, I defer to this version of the film simply because I think it just really organically shows what that universe is, shows what the incursions are, which is really what this whole thing is about, dude. The whole thing is about the incursions, right? We need to set up Secret Wars, incursions, Battle World, the Multiverse of War, Time Runs Out, the Black Priest, Black Swans, Rabam Allah, all of it. Right? All of it. And yet, the sequence is still tight enough to get all of that explained, be super excited about these different comic book characters, thrilled at the possibilities that remain out there in the multiverse. And also, I would argue, if you brought in any and everybody to this scene and Wanda just kills them all, that kind of feels bad, man. You know? And I think many of the things that were removed from the film, either, you know, before production, during production, after production, during reshoots or whatever, a lot of the stuff that was removed is still 100% on the table and available to Feige for Secret Wars or the road to Secret Wars, right? Like, I think Tom Cruise Iron Man, I still absolutely think that is an aspect of this film that was removed. Maybe Tom shot stuff, maybe he didn't. Maybe it was just test footage, maybe it was for the film. I don't know exactly. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of that. But I think that is a thread that's removed from this movie and likely to be explored later. Okay? Now we have the incursions. We understand different universes. We also understand Doctor Strange destroying other universes with the Darkhold of the Book of Ashanti in order to protect his own. Like, the table is set. We are off to the races with regards to Secret Wars. Okay? Unbelievable stuff. My least favorite part of the movie is probably when Peggy Carter says, "I could do this all day," though. I understand what they're doing, and I understand, like, why that's fun and the callback lines and everything like that, but I just, like, didn't need it. It was good. Like, it was fine. I didn't need that line. The line felt like a little much. You know what I mean? So, for me, I was like, damn, this part of the movie's pretty wild, pretty crazy. Wanda brutally murders them, and it was awesome, bro. She bad. You know? Damn. Here come that woman. Now you best get the fuck out of the way, bro. Because holy shit. Crazy. Crazy stuff. The end of the movie. I think it's good. I think it's good. It's not a perfect ending, but it's a really good ending for Steven, which is most important. You know, I actually have an ending explained video, and it's being worked on right now. It'll drop later today, where we get into the full details of the ending, what I think was going on there, why I think it was so important, etc., etc. But essentially, Steven shows that even though he's really similar to a lot of the other Stevens out there, he's different, he's unique, and he's more of a hero. He doesn't just want to take America Chavez's powers. He wants her to utilize her powers. That's the better path. You know, so he makes that call. Now, this is also after using the Darkhold himself. He still has that arrogance to think that he's the one that can do it without repercussion, etc., etc. So he's still really similar, but different. That's what the movie's about. It's this evolution of the character by literally seeing different versions of himself, the mirrored versions of himself, and different universes. Again, I sort of come back to this point that although the movie is very extravagant and pretty wild, it's actually pretty focused on the character of Stephen Strange. And I think the evolution of that character is brilliant. Like, there were versions of this movie where, like, early on, from what I heard, right, where the whole thing was going to be like, oh, he doesn't want to kill Wanda because the Hippocratic Oath and stuff like that. And I always thought that was goofy, and I was like, I don't know about this. This is different. This plays it a little bit more fast and loose with, like, what are the lessons? But I think the main takeaway for that character and for us is that he is different. And now he has this wider understanding, right? Now, a couple of things. Let's talk about the lore. Let's talk about some of the wild ideas that are explored here that I don't know are being fully explained out there, right? You know, I'm going to give credit to Elisa for this one because it's pretty brilliant, and I like it a lot. There's only one America Chavez, okay? There's also only one Book of Ashanti. And there's a Wanda in every universe, and there's a Darkhold in every universe. And so I think one of the things that might be going on here is that the manifestations of these collections of spells or these energies or these books, this wisdom, could possibly manifest itself with these individuals. And that America may be a manifestation of the Book of Ashanti. Their powers are very similar. The book itself has the star portal spell in it. The energy looks similar, right? It's that blue energy that America uses. It's the blue energy for the book. Wanda's, got the red energy and the Darkhold energy, et cetera, right? And so that's number one. It's kind of a crazy thing to contemplate. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but it's interesting. Okay. Number two really cool thing here is that Wanda says, more or less in the movie, that it's her fate to either rule the multiverse or destroy the multiverse. That's kind of the thing, right? And she chooses to destroy the Darkhold and somehow destroys the Darkhold in all of the other universes, okay? Now, I personally think that trigger of destroying all of those Darkholds may well be connected to the event that starts to have more incursions happen, right? We don't know exactly what Clea is referring to when she shows up in the post-credit scene, and I talk more about this in the ending explained video, but it's pretty clear that Strange, pretty comfortable with his Darkhold abilities, spells, and powers at that point, knows all about incursions and is willing to go out there and stop them, okay? I think the Darkhold destroying, which is maybe even, like, weirdly what Wanda's supposed to do. Like, either way, she'll rule the multiverse and consolidate all of that power, or she'll destroy all the Darkholds, setting into motion the calamity of the collapsing multiverse. That's a possibility. Another thing that's really crazy about the movie, and I think you kind of need to realize this to understand the ending, is that Steven has a photographic memory. He explains this in the first movie. Remember? He comes in the library, and Wong is essentially like, bro, you're done with all these books already? And he's like, yeah, I have a photographic memory. It's how I got through school so fast. And so even though the Darkholds are all gone, our Steven, he has the spells. He has the spells, and I think it's implied by his just quick turn on the third eye thing and his just willingness to go with Clea that he's been continuing to study the Darkhold and work those spells. Okay? So, even though that ending is like a little bit weird and it's kind of messy, there's actually a full-on explanation for where Steven is at. How is he able to continue to use the Darkhold even though it's gone? And what this all means and what's going to happen now. Ultimately, we are headed in a place where the game of worlds which is described in the lead up to Hickman's Secret Wars, that is going to happen now in the MCU. Okay? And universes are going to be standing against universes. There's this group, and I talk more about this in the Editing Explained video, but there's a group in that time, or the Time Runs Out event, called the Black Priests. You know? And I think we might be getting a tease of the Black Priests in what's going on with Steven. And, man, as somebody that's been telling you that Secret Wars is coming for, what, 2+ years now? 2+ years we've been talking about it. It's coming. And it's coming faster than you would have thought. And again, I think that going back to the cameo stuff and some of the cuts and some of the things, you know, that are removed from the film, it actually gives me great hope that a lot of that fun stuff's coming, man. A lot of that fun stuff is coming, and I think this is only the beginning of where we're going with the multiversal stuff. Like, I'm so excited, man. I got so many theory videos. I'm doing a whole new series of videos called The Road to MCU Secret Wars. I'm going to break down all these different aspects to it, and I'm so excited for that. That whole aspect of the movie, it does nothing but elevate the film to me. And again, I already think it's just such a tight narrative. It's such a tight film. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if that's obvious. I don't know. But I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Okay. So, should we do some giveaways and then maybe turn on gambling and go through the super chats? What do you think? You think that's a good strat? Because we got a lot of stuff to give away, guys. Like a lot. Should we do giveaways? Giveaways first. Okay, let's do some giveaways. Whew. First, let's do some, let's give some nerd coin to everybody that's chilling, everybody that's watching. Hopefully this works. 10,000 nerd coin for everybody. Boom, there you go. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Let's first do, Astral Strange figure. And oh yeah, we're gonna get into the Q&A for sure, guys. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm starting the giveaway. This astral projection Stephen Strange figure. That's it. It's $2,000 a ticket. You can enter up to 10 times. 3 minutes on that one. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So we'll do that one. See what you guys want. See if anybody wants that. If anybody's interested in it. I'll keep it if nobody wants it. And you can always, if you win it, you can choose to just give it to me. That is available. Especially for the Eye of Agamotto that we're going to do. That is available. It's available. You know, just think about that. Friggin' bros. Friggin' A, bruh. Friggin' A. Let me see if there's anything else I kind of want to talk about with regards to the movie as we do the giveaways. I mean, the horror elements are brilliantly used, man. That first scene where she's talking about how it's real and she's put the magic behind her, and then she reveals that the whole field is fake. Man. Crazy. When she came through the mirror after being trapped, whew. That shit was wild, bro. There's a lot of fun, like, horror elements for it. Really, really cool. Dude, I loved Krasinski too. And you don't get a ton with him, but I loved Krasinski in the role, and I'm really hopeful now that it'll actually be Reed for us in the 616. Oh, and by the freaking way, can we finally just refer to our universe as 616? There's all of these freaking people. Every time I say it in a video or a stream, they're like, "Oh, it's actually Earth 199999999." No, wrong. It's Earth 616. They talked about it in Spider-Man. They talked about it in this movie. Shut your mouth. I'm sick of it. It's Earth 616. Holy shit. Can we get over that? Finally. What else was in the movie? What else was going on? Oh, wait, we got 30 seconds. About 30 seconds left on this giveaway. Let's see. Let's do it. I'm actually going to make the next one 2 minutes. We're going to go pretty rapid fire with these. Because we got a lot to give away. We got a lot. We got a lot, bro. Hey, we got a lot, bro. What else is going on? What else is going on with this movie? Oh, dude. Oh, shit. When he uses those wraiths, and he, like, used them, and Christine's like, "You're the master of the mystic arts," and then he uses them, and he's got that cloak of, like, the fucking demonic, like, wraiths and shit like that. Like, bro, come on, bro. Bro, come on, bro. It was so good, bro. Okay, boom, here's the winner. Tex Venger Bobby, my man. You have won the Doctor Strange figure, astral projection form. Well done, sir. Let's go right into the next one. This one's only going to be 2 minutes. And I'm actually going to pick 2 winners for this. We're going to knock 2 of them out at once. Captain Carter. Pop. Yeah, that's right. By the way, her death was brutal. That definitely got cut. Because that was probably way more brutal at one point. We have 2 Captain Carter Funko Pops to give away. Boom. 2,000 an entry. And we're pulling two winners on this one. Oh, yeah, Captain Carter. She's cool. I thought she was cool in the movie. I thought she was real chubby. Real chubby. Yo, her death was brutal, man. I wish they would have shown her actually get cut in half. Because, yo, she got cut in half. Come on. Does anybody doubt it? Wanda cut her ass in half. Loved it, bro. Loved it. I bet Lizzie Olsen had so much fun shooting this movie. It was so wild. Let me see. Is there anything else to talk about? What else is there to talk about? I mean, we're going to get into Q&A. We're going to do all that, so don't worry about it. We're going to do the Q&A. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to get into. I mean, I guess, I'll say that from what I think is going on with the cuts is really, really weird because, and I've said this before, and it's just becoming more and more apparent. Kevin Feige really hates leaks, and he really hates leakers, okay? And something that's really interesting is, you know what started the whole leak train for the Illuminati? Do you know what started it? It was Daniel Richtman, and I believe it was Jordan Mason, actually, back a while back, all commenting on how epic the fight was going to be between Charles Xavier and Wanda. Do you guys remember this? I remember this shit. It was the beginning of the whole leak town. Daniel came out and said, Daniel retweeted somebody else talking about how there's going to be a fight in the movie that will rival Doc Strange versus Thanos. And that fight was Charles Xavier versus Wanda. We even saw previs of it. Right? Let's pick the winners. Let's pick the winners, and I'll keep going on this explanation. Kyle, my man, Kyle. Hey, my man, Kyle. You won one of the pops, brother. Let's do another one. Let's pick another winner. Daniel Ha. Daniel Ha. You are also a winner of the Funko Pop. Congratulations to Kyle and Daniel. We're going to complete that one, and we're rolling right into the next one. Do you know what the next one is? Spider-Man No Way Home Blu-ray. Yeah, that's right. I said it. This is a Blu-ray. We got let's go 3,000 per ticket. A little bit more expensive on this one. Boom. Spider-Man: No Way Home, Blu-ray. Begin the giveaway. Okay, let me keep talking about this this crazy leak. It kind of low-key seems like Feige saw that leak, saw that leak essentially created all of the Illuminati discussion. And I literally think that man was like, you know that crazy fight we've just been working on with Professor Xavier and Wanda? Cut it. Take it out. Like, I can't prove that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't prove that. But, like, from what I'm putting together, from what I'm gathering about, you know, what's going on and everything like that, like, I would not be surprised if Feige literally, on Twitter or whatever, watching this fucking channel, who knows, and is just literally like, no, cut it. Because what he wants to do is he wants people to feel like the leakers are unreliable. Even though they 100% nailed everything in this movie, especially late in the game. Like, when about a week out, they cleared everything up. And through Noob Master 69, Daniel, and My Time to Shine Hello, you could literally know everything about the movie. Everything. And yet, Feige did this, I think, and cut out some of the stuff, literally just to discredit the leakers. And to make them look bad. Because he knows that for a lot of normie-type people that aren't, like, super in it, they're not going to understand. They're just going to be like, I saw all these videos about Professor Xavier fighting Wanda, and that wasn't in there. Therefore, nobody knows nothing. Like, that's what he's counting on that. He's counting on, you know, people to be that way. Again, I can't prove any of this, but that's, like, the impression that I got, bro, where I was like, dude, I can't believe he cut that out. Like, that shit's wild to me. But ultimately, still an incredible movie. You know what I mean? I still love the movie despite all of that kind of stuff, right? But it is interesting nonetheless, right? All right, let's see. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? Nevins, 27s. You're the winner. Hit me up, man. I'm doing screenshots of all these different names. Y'all got to hit me up on Discord or Twitter. I'll ship this bad puppy out to you, my friend. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, let's do one more. I'm actually not going to do the NFT giveaway. Maybe I'll save that and do that later just for members or something like that. But here's the big one. The one everybody wants. The Eye of Agamotto. Boom. 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 And I got to adjust it here. It's $5,000 a ticket. Okay. And again, I want to just make clear. I just want to make it clear, okay? Just in case you didn't know. If you win this, you can choose to have me keep it. That is an option. It is available for you. And you can also put it on a nice stand. You can literally wear it. You can take the time stone out. It's really cool. Or I could do all of those things if you, again, choose to let me keep it. Let's begin the giveaway. Let us begin. Let us begin. You know, I suppose it's possible that all of the cuts for this movie were made solely to just make the movie really, really good. But I kind of choose to believe that that's a big part of it, but also there is this thing going on where Feige is trying to stop leaks. And to be honest with you, like, that aspect of it is a little disappointing for me. I think there's a way that they could hide some of these secrets and surprises. But the flip side of that is Marvel screens their movies a lot. Like, a lot. And they do this because they're so obsessed with quality. And it really reminds me of, like, the early Pixar days where it's a real committee type feel. And they'll change any and everything. Taika Waititi sort of spoke to this before, you know, as his experience with Ragnarok. Like, they'll go in there and change little tiny things. They'll change big things. They'll ask all sorts of questions. And they screen these movies a lot because ultimately they're just trying to make really enjoyable movies. like for real. Like I know, again, there's a lot of bullshit out there when people talk about Marvel and all this everything. They don't get enough credit, in my opinion, for just making really good movies. And that's because I think we've forgotten how hard it actually is to just make a damn good movie, bro. And these people have it down to a science, bro. They make good movies over and over and over again. So maybe they actually can't keep all of the leaks a secret because of that quality control, which is kind of a shame. I guess I just thought maybe we could have had a scenario here where there was some small, little, tiny cameo stuff that wouldn't affect the quality of the movie that could just be spliced maybe after you see the screening or something like that. But it doesn't seem like they're interested in doing that. Okay, should we see who will be the winner? Who will be the winner of the Eye of Agamotto? Let's find out. Oh my God, it's Dodds. Bro, honestly, Dodds helps us out so much. Like, super helpful on the Discord. Awesome, bro. Always helping the Nerd Vengers out. Doing fun watch party stuff, even when I can't do stuff. Dodds is a real one. Congratulations, Dodds. Congratulations. Let's go. Hit me up with your info, bruh. Hit me up with your info, bruh. Okay. I'm going to complete that for all you fiends out there, and we'll do more giveaways next week. We still have more stuff to do. I'm going to put the gambling back on. Let me adjust these preferences, though. So, boom. There you go. Gambling's on for all you fiends. And I'm going to begin to now go through DOS Super Chats. And we'll save some time in the chat as well. I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking about the movie. So I'll try to just chill in chat as well. But I know we've got a lot of supers to get through, so we should probably get on it. Why is this not? Nope. There we go. Boom shakalaka. I'm the number one chief rocker. Okay. Boom. Here we go. First of all, Rearward Pit. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Make your way around the tower. It's a good time to be a Nerd Venger because we're going all in, baby. We're going all in on Secret Wars content, the road to Secret Wars. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. A guy who loves Star Wars with a $10 holla says, "What's up, Josh? I'm Mike. I absolutely loved MOM plus Moon Knight, but in the Infinity Saga, everything was about the stones plus Thanos. Where's Kang or Doctor Doom? It just doesn't seem as connected." Well, I will tell you, in my opinion, what the reason for this is. The reason for this is Secret Wars will not be a movie or maybe even a series of movies that's about a singular villain. In fact, the OG Secret Wars, and we know that Jim Shooter got a check and gave his blessing for that adaptation to be used as well for what they're doing now. So it's going to be a sort of a mix of all of it. In the original Secret Wars, the whole idea was grab up all these villains, the dopest villains, grab up all these heroes, the dopest heroes, throw them on a crazy planet called Battleworld and let them fight. So the reason it's not just about Kang or just about Doom or whatever is because they're setting up many villains and variant villains to be a part of Secret Wars, in my opinion. Thanks for the love, man. Elijah says, "I simped for Captain Carter and was hard to watch her die like a no-name character. Hashtag big sad." Yes, but there are other Captain Carters out there. And you know what, though? That's a funny, interesting point, because part of the reason I think that we should probably be okay with some of the cameos we didn't get is because ultimately Wanda just would have destroyed them. Did you really want to watch Wanda destroy, your favorite whatever? Or do you want them to maybe do something in the future? That's kind of what I'm saying. Fem says, "Please don't hate me, Josh, but the Batman greater than MOM? I'm sorry." So it's interesting you say that because normally I really try, you guys know, I really try to be pretty even with this stuff. I try to respect other people's opinion. I really try to do that. And with Multiverse of Madness, I want to be honest, I like this movie so much. It's going to be very difficult for me to see where people are coming from. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I almost want to be like, shh. Shh. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. And let me explain to you why you're wrong. So, anyway, Big Mac says, or rather, Big Mac is a Nerdvenger again. Thanks for that, man. Appreciate the love. Old Head Mike's Metalcore and more says, Pizza Papa always gets his money. Please don't let Wanda be dead. Oh, I don't think she's dead, bro. And even if she is, there's other Wandas, right? Inked Vader 81 says, loved MON. Music fight was dope. Dude, the music fight was awesome. Very cool. 90s X-Men theme when Professor rolled in. Chef's kiss. Agreed. Loved it. Think I saw Mephisto's Hell Dimension in Falling Through the Multiverse. It's possible. It is possible, man. And thanks for the love. And yeah, I agree, dude. Those were some pretty crazy highlights. The theme, the X-Men theme, whew, that was awesome. Jared Loveberry for a $100 super chat. Holy shit. Very generous, brother. Thank you. Let's fucking go. Wanda was savage AF. 616 for a W for you, Josh. This super has terrible pacing. Secret Wars, here we come. Love the movie and what it means. Incursions. Yes, brother. Yes. Incursions, man. Oh, my God. The amount of content, the amount of fun, the amount of speculation that we're about to do, just because they said that word, is incredible. But it's the fact that they were cataloging other universes. Like, bro, trust me. We've got a lot to talk about. They were cataloging other universes. They were aware of incursions. In fact, the Illuminati was made so that when an incursion happened, they could make impossible choices, etc., etc. Like, bruh. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff to come. Thank you for that way too generous super chat. I appreciate it. William Parker, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Feel the power flow within you. Much love to you, man. Sozen's comment says, bro, I bought the first MON tickets I saw online, went to the movies, way too blinked up to find out I accidentally bought the 3D version. Haven't seen one in years, but the movie was blinking bonkers. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I'm not a huge fan of 3D. I think with like the Avatar movies or like movies that are built from the ground up to be in 3D, it can be pretty fun. Otherwise, it kind of feels like just a weird addition or whatever. But yeah, that's weird, man. Look, I'm seeing the movie again on Saturday, but this is the kind of movie that, like, I'm trying to find, like, holes in my day. Like, do I have a couple hours? Because I'd love to sneak over and watch that movie again. Like, legitimately, I haven't enjoyed a movie like this in a while. So I'm pretty into it. Appreciate the 10 spot, bro. Thank you. Nevins27 says they went full Raimi, and I loved it. You won one of the giveaways today, too. I'm glad I heard not to expect too many cameos. Anyone expecting multiversal endgame, this isn't it, but I loved it. That is fair. And that's also why, despite a lot of the coverage we did of the possibilities, I felt like it was pretty important in those last few videos leading up to it to recalibrate expectations, to talk about the fact that a lot of that stuff wasn't going to be in there. For me personally, I was able to fully and wholly let that go and experience the movie for what it was. Maybe it affected some people's enjoyment of it. I'm not sure. Ross says, I loved it more than expected. I see what you did there. Well worth the wait and all the reshoots. My only question is 616 Wanda dead? I kind of hope this version of her gone. I don't think she is gone. In fact, it is... I mean, it's rumored right now, like some of these people are saying she's going to get a solo project. We know that Children's Crusade is rumored to be happening, and Wanda... in Children's Crusade, I mean, look, bro, we got some crazy possibilities for her coming up. So, yeah. Jason says, not bald, huge L. Yeah, bro. What do you want me to say? Wanda was the villain, 100%. I only bet with the hair. I should bet with $500 the way I bet with the hair, essentially, is the point. David Garcia says, read a Collider article that Raimi said that 40 minutes of deleted scenes were taken out. Do you think it was some of the reshoots? Stay awesome, Josh. So here's what's kind of interesting, and we're going to do more investigation on this, but some people kind of told me that they think the reshoots were actually to remove some things and to tighten up that big Illuminati scene. And there might have been some miscommunication going on there. You know what I mean? So I don't really know, but yeah, there's definitely a lot missing from the film. I mean, I'll tell you a couple of different things. 616 Mordo getting his head cut off at the beginning of the movie, that got cut. A whole bunch of the Illuminati scene stuff got cut. Wanda at the end of the movie, I think, was going to look like an actual deformed monster at that moment with her kids, and they changed that and they cut that. There's a lot of things that they changed, like a lot of things. I will also say that I think Clea was originally maybe going to be more in the film, and it was actually going to be Rachel McAdams. That Rachel McAdams was essentially going to be a Clea. One of her variants was going to be Clea. But I think when they got Charlize Theron, they were like, no, cut that out, and we'll just make Charlize Clea. She can't really do a lot, so we'll just do this post-credit scene. By the way, that post-credit scene's whack. It's not that great. What it implies is awesome, but it's really not that great, right? So there's a lot of stuff they changed, you know? But ultimately, like, I'm super satisfied with what we got. Trev says, from a basic story element perspective, it might be the same movie as The Last Jedi. You also love The Last Jedi out of the theater, by the way. That's not true, actually, Trev. I know myself. When I first initially got out of The Last Jedi, I was very conflicted about that movie. And when I saw it again, and I saw it a ton of different times in theaters, I hated the things that I hated about the movie even more, but I ended up really liking the things that I liked about The Last Jedi after the movie. So that's actually not true. And also, always good to have your grumpy ass in the tower. Thanks. Jack Della Sola says, more excited for what MOM sets up in the future. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair point. Like, I think the real magic of the movie is that it accomplishes both. It sets up the future in a really compelling and interesting way, while also being super satisfying. Like, dude, this movie's dope. I think. Sozin's Comics said, my only gripe with the film is at the end when Doc tells Chavez you can do it, and then she magically now has full control of her plot device powers. Besides that, I really loved Wanda's horror vibe. Yeah, so of course that aspect of it, it's not the strongest, but here's what I'll tell you. I think that my fear going into the movie with this scene in particular, because I had heard about this scene, my fear was, oh, bro, like, don't just let America be the one that beats Wanda, and, like, Doc Strange basically sacrifices himself and, like, just gives all of the impetus to America. I was like, that's going to feel bad. That would feel like a bait and switch. But Steven is there the entire time. He's literally tells her to stop. You know, America. He's guiding the entire experience. And so he retains control as the main character of the movie, even within those sequences. And obviously, yeah, it's not perfect, but I will tell you that it is the best version of the scene that I could imagine. And I think it just works, dude. Like, I think it just works. Like, she knows she can't defeat Wanda. She's showing her something. Steven is still there and engaged throughout the entire sequence. I actually really, really like it. You know? I think it's pretty good. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Where are we at? Pretty Nikki says, 10 out of 10. Loved this movie. Better than No Way Home for me. Josh, will you please shut your damn mouth and take my money? Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And yes, I'll say it, and this is the take. It's a better film than No Way Home. I said it. It's a better movie. But I enjoy No Way Home more. You can't really, like, No Way Home has a really, really special, like, just make you feel good kind of thing going on. This movie does not have that, but I think it is a tighter narrative. It is a tighter movie. Elijah, with a $20 holler, says, Endgame Thanos gets the gauntlet for the second time. I understand the stakes. I'm on the edge of my seat, but no, my heroes are in trouble. When some randos from another multiverse I've never seen die, I just don't care. There's no wait. So I think that is fair, but I also think that's part of the brilliance of the film. They removed a lot of that stuff because I think they realized that, yeah, it's not going to have the same Now, I think they get the characterization of those characters like perfect, bro. And they get a lot out of the mileage that is used there. So, yeah, I totally understand that. And I think that's maybe partially why some of that stuff gets cut. I think that was something they saw as well. Bobby says, if Professor X got the X-Men theme when he entered, why didn't Mr. Fantastic get the Office theme when he entered? Also, let's bring the Inhumans back. Yeah, I'm surprised they not only mentioned the Inhumans, they mentioned the Terrigen Mist, and I thought Black Bolt was fucking awesome in this movie. So, yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Polka Badger says, Wanda Illuminati fight was awesome. Audible gasp in the theater when Black Bolt was off. Yeah, that shit was crazy, dude. Like, what mouth, bro? Like, that's going to be a meme. That was crazy, huh? What happens to 838 Mordo? I am really not sure. I'm really not sure. I think that he could still be on the table for the Game of Worlds. We're in the Game of Worlds now. Jared Loveberry says, follow-up. That is supposed to help with your bad bet. Oh, thanks, brother. Also, if dreams are ourselves in other universes, then damn, I have some sick versions of me. That's only in the MCU, bro. That's not, like, real. J Mike Gaming with a $10 holla says, genuinely felt like I was watching a comic book play out. Absolutely loved it. 10 out of 10. Very well written. Still wish they could have thrown in Iron Man as an Illuminati member, though. Have an amazing Friday, y'all. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's a good point. Of course I would have loved Illuminati Iron Man, bro. Are you kidding me? Would have been $500 richer, and I would have had Tom Cruise Iron Man in this movie. Of course I would have wanted it. But I'm just telling you, like, straight up, how it hit me and how I felt. I loved it, dude. I thought it was great. Harold number 1 says, thought the movie was missing its last act. Wanda's tampering should have caused an incursion, and the fallout of that should have been the final act. I think maybe there was a version that something like that was going on, and I think they have sort of delayed that and kept that for the future, because ultimately, like, they did want the movie to mostly be about Steven. So while I agree with that take, and that would have been wild, that shit's still coming, bro. Like, I can't get mad about it because it's on the way. Like, incursions, bro. It's coming. Dig a Pig says, I was wanting a crazy multiverse adventure, but we're given a more simplistic story with multiverse complexity over top of it. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I think that is what it is. To me, again, I just think that I'm shocked at how well it works as a singular narrative. It's a brilliant movie, incredibly well-paced, and all of that stuff that you wanted, that I wanted, I think is promised to us in the future. So, I hear you, but I just have to disagree at how I feel about it. Nevins27 says, I remember them saying before Moon Knight that it doesn't cut away from the violence. Was that a joke? They literally skip over all Jake parts. MOM actually delivers on it, actually brings the violence. Yeah, that's true. MOM is way more brutal than Moon Knight. I don't really have a good answer for you about Moon Knight, for real. Yeah, I've got pretty mixed feelings about that show and the shows in general for the MCU. So, yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I think they just got caught being a little too hyped about it, you know? And maybe they saw some cuts where they didn't. I mean, like, I don't know. They literally do cut away, though. It's pretty ironic. RF Gaming says, shave! Scarlet Witch was the villain, not Wanda. Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess I'll shave. Flatbush Zombie 47 says, Michael Waldron is the GOAT. Sam Raimi is a living legend, and I hope Krasinski is the main 616 Reed. If not, it was dope we got him for this movie. Yeah, 100%. I think the current sort of rumor mill discussion is that John is very likely going to be Reed now, that this was probably an experiment and also a way for Feige to kind of get him in there. You know, we were talking about this earlier in the week, right? After it was we talked about it on Monday, and I couldn't go full spoilers. I didn't want to go spoilers. But if you remember, guys, we watched an interview with John Krasinski where he literally says, Feige's brilliant, but also the nicest guy in Kevin I trust. And for a second, I was like going to say, like, how does he even know Kevin? How would he be able to say this? Well, obviously it's because of the experience of working on this movie. So there you have it. I think he will be Reed, and I cannot wait, bro. He looked great as Reed, dude. He looked great. Skylar Hillman says, I felt the movie was a bit rushed. Other than that, I loved it. Wish they allowed the Illuminati to marinate a bit more. Yeah, that's totally fair. Again, I'll say this probably many times today. I just think it served what it needed to serve. It was not gratuitous, yet super fun, great fan service, but didn't like go too far. And I think that if it had, it would have just really distracted away from the plot of Steven, you know? Jared DeSanto says, stayed away from the leaks as best I could. Because of that, Reed Richards' appearance was absolutely amazing. Do we think Jim Halbert will be 616 Reed? Please? Yeah, I kind of just addressed that, bro. I do think so. I think so. I think the smart money is on him remaining. John says, Raimi killed it. The film held back a little on the multiverse aspect, and Chavez felt like a wasted plot device. Wanda transitioned to a villain amazingly. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Chavez is sort of an afterthought for the movie, but again, that's good. Like, I gotta be honest, like, I read a lot of people's takes on this movie, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, for real. Like, a lot of people praising America Chavez. She does, like, next to nothing in the movie. How can you like, I don't understand how you can be like, she was the standout. No, she wasn't. And she shouldn't be. Like, let me be clear. She fucking shouldn't be. She is a plot device. Wanda is a plot device in this movie. That's why it's brilliant. It does what it needs to do, which I don't think a lot of people are acknowledging. And it serves the story. It serves the narrative. Like, we always talk about all this stuff like representation, this, that, second, and the third. Does it serve the story? Is it organic to the story? And then we don't give credit when it actually is handled well and done well. This movie did it masterfully, in my opinion. Darth Corvin with a $20 holla. Very generous. Says, I'd give it a 9. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. Without the expectation of spoilers, I will probably give it a 10 after the second time. The action was dope. I agree. I liked it, and I hope you enjoy it. Dig a Pig says, part 2. But some great things are Wanda, Raimi's directing, and Elfman's score. Overall, solid 7 out of 10. Def need a rewatch. Yeah, it's all good, bro. We can feel differently about it, but you're wrong. It's a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. It's the best movie I've ever seen. It's... okay, maybe I'm a little hyped, but I really liked it. 34 Virgo says, Scoopers got fooled into revealing sources. I don't know if that's true. Filmic FPV says, haven't seen MOM app. Just popped in to see if Josh is bald and broke. Catch you all on the next one. A little bit broke, but not bald. You know? Inked Vader says, Pods and Kenobi trailer are launching Viper probe droids. Just watch Empire Strikes Back. Very first shot, same pods deliver the probes to Hoth. Whoa. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Elijah says, anticipating Thanos brought focus to Infinity Saga. I want to care about multiversal war, but this phase seems like vague goobly glob. We only know our heroes in our universe. Why should I care about another? Not yet earned. Yeah, but I would argue that's why they're taking their time establishing it. Because you're absolutely right. You have to build in an appreciation and a vibe with these other characters to be able to care about what happens to them, right? So, yeah, I totally get what you're saying, man. I appreciate it. I'm not there. You know what I mean? Like, I am excited. I am hyped, and I do think it's going to be dope. So, but I appreciate the love. Skylar says, what cameos do you think they cut? Well, they cut Spider-Man, they cut Iron Man, they cut Wolverine, and they cut Ghost Rider. And probably more. I don't know if they cut them in the sense that they shot stuff and they decided not to use it, or if they just kind of said, you know, let's hold off. I think it's more of like, let's hold off. But again, I think it's to serve the story. And if the story hadn't been as good as it was, I would have complained. I would have been like, dude, the story ain't even that great. They did all this cutting and they did all this shit and the story's not even that great. No, I think it was. ArcC says, can we all start taking blinkers every time Josh says pace or incursion today? Bro, you trying to be lifted, bro. That's a recipe for a disaster. Jay Lavin with a $10 says, hey, Josh, love your show. Do you think Feige underutilizes Hank Pym / Ant-Man? Do you believe they should have made him a main character rather than Scott Lang? Variant possibility in the future. I think as a hardcore comic book fan, I would say yes. Hank is awesome, and yeah, he doesn't get enough love. I think that Quantumania, though, might just change that, and we should maybe see. Variant possibility in the future? Yes, bro. I do think that is on the way. MCU Drew says, it is shocking how divisive this film is. Not sure where I would rank it, but it has to be top 10 MCU. By the way, WandaVision equal required reading. Yeah, I'm sort of surprised ultimately as well why the movie is divisive. Like, I really don't understand it. Again, I try to be understanding of people's things. At first, I thought maybe it was going to be because of the ending with America, but I felt like that was handled brilliantly. So I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can vocalize it in a comment or something. I'm seeing like people say the cameo stuff was not as good, or they wanted more, of this excitement and stuff like that. So I guess like maybe that's the root of a lot of it. I don't know, man. I just felt like it was so well handled. Mark says, very underwhelmed. A lot of just silly decisions. Definitely mid to bottom tier MCU, and it could have been epic. Epic must be saving for Secret Wars. Yeah, so I just totally disagree, Mark. Like, I just 100% disagree. I felt like it was top tier MCU. I feel like the decisions were well thought out and had a reason, and I wasn't underwhelmed in the slightest. Rick Strains, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now, my friend. Make your way around the tower. Sam says, it was wild. I was like, this feels familiar. It was truly a Raimi film. I give it an 8 out of 10, probably because I'm ready for Feige to dump all the toys out. LOL. Bro, you and me both, man. Like, we're not just getting Secret Wars. We now have other Universal groups of Illuminati discussing incursions. We met a Doctor Strange whose universe was destroyed due to a battle about an incursion. Like, bro, the juice is real. The juice is real. Peter B. Parker says, I freaking loved MOM. 9 out of 10. My group was giving it a 7. Bro, what's wrong with those people? I don't understand it. Somebody explain it to me. You know, I know. Some of you guys are like, bro, people are explaining it. No, all of your reasons are stupid. Nothing you say makes sense. Say it in a way that I understand it. God. Colt Colbert says, this movie provides our first real look of the value of Disney+. The ability to make Wanda one-dimensional was thanks to WandaVision and led to a tight film. I actually think that's a really good point, bro. I agree with you. Peter B. Parker says, Reed Richards was a great surprise. Loved John. Yeah, dude, he was brilliant. John Johnson says, they thought they had Wanda. They got Mama D. Yeah, dude, she fucked them up. I loved it, bro. She was amazing. Nate Brugerman, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Nate, you are a Nerd Venger now, bro. Make your way around the tower. Check out the amenities, the pool, the hot stone massage, all of it. Kyle says, the deaths in this were so brutal. Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic stood no chance at all. Can't wait for the 616 versions. Thor 4 better come correct. Hashtag take my money. Yeah, I agree, man. I thought the death scenes were great, bro. I thought they were amazing. I was like, holy shit. And they went for it, man. Like, they just straight up went for it. And I thought that shit was dope. Sheep the Wise says, holy shit, Secret Wars is coming. Also, what mouth? That was wild AF. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, bro. I can't wait to see it again. Rick Strains says, trigger warning, Josh. Illuminati sequence needed more time to breathe. I actually agree with that. If they couldn't give it that, should have removed it and done something else. 8.5 out of 10, though. So here's what I'll say. Let me sip my coffee. Let me sip my coffee. I think the Illuminati sequence served the plot and the future of the MCU very well. It's technically speaking one of the weakest parts of the movie, but it rides off of that fan service, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I can't help but just be enthralled in that, but I will say from a technical perspective, it is one of the weaker parts of the movie. But I think it was probably even worse when it was more convoluted, you know? So from what I understand, a lot of the reshoots were to make that part better and to add maybe talking about incursions. But yeah, no, that's totally reasonable, bro. Kyle says, Secret Wars must span multiple movies to be good. I think it will, and I hope that it does. Prince Zodiac says, I love this movie. Wanda was a beast. They weren't going to catch her monologuing. Black Bolt's death, fire. She made quick work of some powerful characters. Oh, yeah, dude. 100%. 100%. Bryce Production says, it's Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Doctor Strange too. 100%. Absolutely. Go check it out. It's crazy, bro. It's really wild. Givon Johnson with a $20 holla says, just because someone stumbles and loses their way does not mean they are lost forever. There was a standing ovation, and I cried. Effing incredible. Also, renewing my membership soon. Missed this a lot. Hey, man, we'll be happy to have you back when you're back, and I agree, bro. That line was great. Very, very Charles Xavier. So I was pretty excited about it. Jared DeCento says, that scene when Wanda looked into the camera and into my soul was next level. Yeah, and I also like how it had an explanation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like an off part of the movie. It had, there was a reason they did that. It was cool. Amelia with a $10 holla says, that movie was dope. Do you think it's possible Wanda drained enough of America's power that she was able to escape into a different universe at the end? Perhaps an X-Men universe? Take my money. I think it's pretty yet to be determined what's going on with Wanda, actually. But I think if they're going to explore that, they'll probably explore that in Children's Crusade. That's what I think. Let's see here. Kevin says, Wanda reading the Darkhold in a post-credit scene isn't enough justification for a full psychopathic turn. Many fun moments, but movie is a mess for me. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I just totally disagree, bro. I think it was amazing. And I think, like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, she did it, you know? Maybe it doesn't, maybe you feel like that's too crazy for that character. I would argue with what I saw in WandaVision, that seems par for the fucking course. Like, she doesn't have any comeuppance. There's nothing learned. I walked away from WandaVision disappointed because I felt like, bro, she's not a hero. But now it makes sense because she's not a hero. Prince Zodiac with a $5 says, one of my faves was Wanda finding the weak mind in Carmitage, and the way she slid up behind him and whispered, run. That was fire, bro. It was creepy, dude. Whew. It was creepy. It was cool. The talented Mr. Griffin says, sup, Josh. Music was different than most MCU movies. Is Mount Wondergore in every universe? I'm not sure, actually. Probably, yes. But yeah, I agree. I thought the music was awesome, and I felt like the music fight was incredible. Wanda will destroy the universes. Like you said, she is the replacement for Molecule Man to become the pawn of Doctor Doom. It is very possible that that's what's going on, but I found it interesting also that the Illuminati said that Steven is the biggest threat. I was like, that's kind of weird. So, look, I think we were onto something with that, Trev. I'm just not sure that it's going to go exactly that way. But essentially, like, bro, we were onto a lot of this. You know what I mean? With the incursions, with the multiversal stuff, 100%. Choppa420 says, is 616 Wanda dead for real? The flash of red when the Rock crushes her can be interpreted either way, honestly. Yeah, I don't think she's dead, bro. But I think it's cool they leave that hanging. You know what I mean? Fabian says, love the cameos. I wish there were a couple more, though. Also, is this the first time Spider-Man was name dropped in an MCU film he doesn't appear in? Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. That's an interesting question. Alex says, loved this movie. Me too, bro. Hey, chat, look, I know we're into the super chat. I just want to know, have I explained this well? Like, put a 1 into the chat if it's pretty clear that I like the movie. I just want to know if I'm communicating properly. Like, is it clear that I like the movie? Am I fanboying about the movie a little bit? Just put a 1 into the chat. Just put a little 1 into the chat. My chat must be really behind. Okay, there's a couple 1s. Okay, cool. Look, I'm not trying to be, like, toxically positive about the film. Like, I'm trying not to be, but, like, I really like the movie, bro. Like, I really like the movie. So I'm trying not to be toxic about it, you know, and, like, anybody that's, like, you know, oh, I didn't like that or whatever. No, it's cool. It's cool. But you're wrong. You're fucking wrong. I'm Ricky Bobby, and if you don't like Multiverse of Madness, fuck you. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling, baby. Woo! Hot damn. Okay, let's keep going. Love this movie. The mention of the Baxter building was so dope. Also, the 616 line was money. Reed was so good, but also, shouldn't it have looked the same in every universe? Council of Reed's coming? I think Council of Reed's could be on the way, bruh. And I'm not sure if he should look the same in every universe, though, you know? Because if you think about the Loki variants, some of them look very different, you know? Like a crocodile. Sam Klontz says, your theory of Wanda being the MCU's Mole Man is still in play. Would be dope if we don't see her until that moment in Secret Wars. Yeah, well, especially depending on what they do with Children's Crusade and her being in Latveria and marrying Doctor Doom. I mean, bro, there's a lot of ways to make that real cool, bro. So, yeah, I'm excited. Alex says, does America in this universe bring an incursion to the 616? No. But maybe Steven did. And maybe Wanda did when she blew up all the Darkholds. I'm not sure. But I think... Uh-oh. We're at incursion count 26? Oh, shit. I think that... I think they're going to start happening pretty rapidly. Oh, don't worry. We've got so many videos to do about this. Incursion. Can you still keep track? Devin says, didn't Doctor Strange say when Reed Richards teleports in, wow, the Fantastic Four? I thought that was played out in the 60s. Does he know about his universe's Fantastic Four? I think that's implied. I think it is implied. And also, maybe in the 60s, our Fantastic Four went into the quantum realm where they have been waiting, and now they will pop out. Wouldn't that shit be dope? Incursion. William Parker says, did you notice the Bruce Campbell cameo from the Raimi Spider-Man movies as the guy Doc Strange makes hit himself? Also, do you think Wanda is dead for real? No, I don't think she's dead, and yeah, I noticed it. I thought it was pretty funny. Faux show. With a photo memory, you could say Steven is the Darkhold. Oh, shit. Maybe he is the Darkhold. 34 Virgo says, mutants need a proper explanation on why they're entering the MCU. Where is Roger Wardell? Someone text this motherfucker. It's been 2 years already. Jeez. Yeah, well, they were onto him, I think. I think he had to bail. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, look, I'm kind of glad that we didn't get like House of M, like no more mutants or any kind of mutant explanation. Like, look, it would have been too much, dude. It would have been too messy. And all that stuff is coming, bro. All that stuff is coming, right? Jared DeSanto says 616 for the 616. My man. Prince Zodiac says, one nitpick. Didn't like the beard on Krasinski. What? I love the beard. More like cringe-insky. What? That took me out of the movie, just my opinion. But you're wrong. Well, just my opinion, accident, that you're wrong. Matt Campbell with a $10 house says, I love the movie. It was such a Raimi movie. As a fan of Evil Dead movies, I love the final fight with the Wraiths. Reminded me of those old movies. Yeah, dude, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. And Super Doctor Strange as well. Devin says, Doctor Strange say when Reed teleports in, wow, the Fantastic Four. Thought that was played out in the 60s. Does he know about Fantastic Four? Yeah, we just touched on that, bro. I think he does. Seeing it again today. Can't wait to study it more. Bro, you and me both. Kimi Taylor says, Captain Carter was one of my favorites in the whole movie. It's about time. I hope we get her again in the future. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, I'm glad you liked her. She was cool. Like, I thought she was cool. I thought the action sequences were cool. I didn't love her saying that line. But overall, she was cool. And I felt like all of the Illuminati characters were handled well. And it's a smorgasbord of fun things. And if you loved that thing, that's awesome. I loved Black Bolt a little bit more, but that's just me. You know what I mean? MCU Drew says, I am currently seeing all over the tweeters. Wanda's solo movie coming? Redemption tour? Oh, yeah, 100%. Something like that's going to happen. Yeah, something like that's going to happen. For sure. Imperfect Society says, bro, the X-Men animated theme song when Charles rolled up had me geeking. Bro, I legit was like, oh, shit. Like, I literally said it in the middle of the theater. I was like, oh, shit. Damn, it was cool. Man. I tell you. Carl says, guess I don't understand the dislike of the movie. Me neither. I don't get it. Carl! I don't get it, bro. Fifi, what up? Says the Fantastic Four line helps my theory that Kang has kept the Fantastic Four in prison outside of time since Kang is the descendant of Reed. He couldn't kill the Fantastic Four. It's descendant. Yeah. Very possible that that's the case. I think there's a plan there for that. I'm not sure that that's what it is, but it's pretty interesting nonetheless. So, Yeah, there's also like, why does it want to have kids in our universe? Like, is that Kang? Like, did Kang do that? Did Kang do that? And are the kids just going to manifest themselves like they did in comics? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Thren says, I love the movie, but really expected them to handle the where have the mutants been question. Seemed like the perfect movie to address that. Maybe that was in there at one time, but I think like ultimately they just remove it because they really just want the movie to be about Steven. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Look, things. Give me 1 second. I got to fill up my coffee. Look, we're having a real good freaking time here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this right here. We're gonna come back. We're gonna finish off these super chats. Give me a second though. I need some more coffee. You know what I was just thinking about when I went out there and grabbed my coffee and took a blinker? I was just thinking about how much I love this fucking movie, bro. I love this fucking movie. Damn, that's good coffee. Hot damn. Okay, let's keep going here. Moosty says, saw it last night. I like it a lot, but didn't love it. That's totally fair. I'm not going to get triggered by it. Moosty also follows up and says, oh shit, what the fuck? Says, can you tell Matt good luck on moving? Hey, Matt. Good luck, man. Moving is tough. I'm sure you'll do it. Don't pull your back out. Make sure you rest. Drink lots of fluids. Lift with your legs. And go see Multiverse of Madness. MCU Drew says, is Black Bolt the best death scene in the MCU? My head exploded right along with his. Bro, it was brutal, man. That shit was wild. And I love that she killed him first because it's essentially like, dude, Black Bolt is that man. And they all felt so cocky, bro. Reed Richards was the smartest man on the planet. Was literally like, Black Bolt could kill you just by whispering. One little word from his mouth. And she was like, what mouth, bitch? By the way, I hope you like spaghetti. You know? Crazy. Crazy. Fifi says, the only way for Wanda to be redeemed for me is for her to be brought before another Illuminati and be like, hey, sorry, guys. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Kiwi says, do you think they'll do Hickman run or 80s one in the MCU? It's going to be a combo. Since they're re-releasing the old Omnibus this November, Steven times Clea. Let's fucking go. I know. Clea and Steven together, that's crazy. That's fun, dangerous, powerful, and hot. Can't wait. Also, super stoked to be on Nerdventure Prime. Yes, so we will be streaming in about an hour. Maybe we'll have to slightly delay it for the Prime members. I'll talk about the week. I'll talk about some of my plans and just that kind of stuff. But, yeah, thanks for the love, brother. Appreciate it. Fifi says, Reed Richards, I have 2 kids. Wanda, I missed the part where that's my problem. I know, right? She's like, do they have a mother? Well, at least somebody will be around. Spaghetti! And do you like a spaghetti? She should have said something crazy like that, you know? Yo, this movie was fire. Need more America Chavez. You know, I actually liked America. I didn't know how I'd feel about her in the film. She doesn't do a lot, you know what I mean? Which, again, is good. But she's cool. She was a good actress, man. She brings a lot to the role, I think. So I'd be excited to see more of her in the MCU. She's definitely not as cringe as the one in the comics, in my opinion. Smokey Kenobi says, who did Sinister Strange lose to? Incursions. I think that's just the thing, bro. I mean, one part of me was like, yo, it could be, and I feel like I missed some super chats here, so I'm going to go back and try to find a few. Peter's still tingling from Wanda, or Doctor Strange, my bad. Can you explain the third eye? I think the third eye is literally just meant to indicate usage of that sort of demonic power via Chthon and via the Darkhold. So that's what I think is going on there. I think the movie is great. I think more people would enjoy the movie if the Illuminati hadn't been shown in trailers. Imagine not knowing and then boom, Professor X and Reed Richards showed up. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't feel that way. I know people say that all the time, but look at what Spider-Man No Way Home did. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, they didn't put it in the trailers, but like we all knew what was going on. And still think it was amazing to see it. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel a little bit differently about that. Sergeant Woods says no Kang ties in the last two multiversal movies. What are all the Kang or where are all the Kang tie-ins? Will the next time we see Kang be until Ant-Man? Still a solid 10 out of 10. It might be, bro. Or maybe you're seeing somewhat of Kang without realizing it. I think there's actually a lot to explore to sort of just kind of consider and think about with the film, right? So there's a ton of stuff still to talk about, and that's fair. Where is Kang? You know, where is Kang? I don't know. Wanda stalking him through the tunnels. Prince Zodiac says, very Sam Raimi. Olsen crushed it. You could see that Wanda had snapped when she said, this is me being reasonable. Oh, yeah, dude. What a powerful performance. You know what I mean? Like, very powerful performance. I absolutely loved it. John says with a $10 holla, Zombie Strange was meh to me. Annoyed they gave away so much of the Illuminati cameos, and Feige seemed disappointed in that, too. Pacing actually seemed off to me. Felt way longer than 2 hours. Oh, bro, I couldn't disagree with you more. I felt the pacing was incredible. I wanted more. It didn't... At one point, the Illuminati showed up, and I was like, wait, we're an hour in? That's crazy. Feels like 20 minutes. That's what I felt like. And yeah, I love John. I'm trying to be reasonable here, like Wanda. I hear what you're saying. That's the best I can do. Francis says, I respect your opinion, dog, but the writing of this movie was so corny, and it felt and bad. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, again, I can't really disagree with you more here, sir. I can't disagree with you more. I felt like the writing was incredible. You know, it's not fucking Dances with Wolves. It's a Doctor Strange movie. But I felt like it was handled really, really well. Yeah. So let's see here. Wanda being a part of the Avengers. Why does no one else care or know what Wanda is doing since she is a villain now? Only Doctor Strange. I'm going to hit you fat, Jay, before watching Ammo. Yeah, you probably should. So what's this question about here? Why does no one else care about Wanda? I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D. was there. The FBI and S.H.I.E.L.D. were there. I think that Doctor Strange likely was keeping an eye on Wanda. It is a little unclear. He knows about Westview. He says in the film something like, and we knew you'd put it back into place or something. That's definitely something that I need to go back and check out. And yeah, I don't know. How many people know about Wanda? How many people know how powerful she is? I'm not sure. I think and hope that will be addressed, but I don't think anybody could have really anticipated like Wanda being that strong or being that ridiculous. Like the Darkhold stuff isn't on a lot of people's radar. Amber says, also thought you'd find this funny, like I did. My cousin said she wasn't sure she wanted to see the movie with me anymore because she heard online it had mentions of Illuminati and didn't want to expose herself to witchcraft. Yo, for real? Wow. Wow, Amber. Well, some people hold those beliefs, man. Like, you know, when Dungeons and Dragons was out, I think it was in the 60s and 70s, they were like, there was like a Christian movement to like stop Dungeons and Dragons because they thought it was like legit actual witchcraft, right? It's kind of crazy. Nevin says, my only disappointment is they didn't fix the Bona. Yeah. That would have probably made it an 11 out of 10 for me. I would have probably cried. I'd probably still be in the theater just sobbing. And then they'd be like, sir, it's been 14 hours. You've got to go. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'll never leave this sacred ground. You know? Arthur says, world obviously died. Quick, not end of Illuminati. World obviously died. Quick, not end of Illuminati. I'm not sure. Arthur, what? Arthur, what? Oh, okay. So you say here, a lot of people on Twitter mad because Illuminati died too quickly to Wanda. Did everyone forget what Agatha said? Her power as the Scarlet Witch exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme, and her destiny is to destroy. Yeah, bro. I mean, this is the Scarlet Witch. You know, And Wong has some idea of it, and that's why he's like preparing Kamar-Taj and all these different things. Like, he understands what that means when they say Scarlet Witch. So, yeah, a lot of people didn't. Like, that Illuminati thought they were cocky. Like, they were like, yo, we handled Thanos. We can handle this bitch. And they were wrong. Carson asks, do you think they will bring back Peggy Carter as Captain Carter? I'm not sure. Also, what was your theater experience like? Mine was lame. Oh, mine was great. I went pretty early, though. There wasn't a ton of people in there, but the reactions and everything were pretty enjoyable. I felt like it was pretty cool. Writer Boy says, what do you think would be the best way to introduce Storm to the MCU? I would, they could do a couple of different things. They could just introduce her as already being established and a part of the X-Men, and Charles had sort of Harry Pottered the whole planet, where, like, a lot of people don't know about the mutants, but they've been existing and doing their thing for a long time, like the Muggles to the Wizards. That could be cool. Yeah, that could be fun. What was the rest? What was the question? Sorry. Oh, Storm. Yeah, they could go back and kind of like talk about her upbringing as a thief. I think that would be really interesting. Being maybe a part of the Thieves Guild, even have some interactions with Gambit. There's a lot of cool things they could do. And don't forget, tomorrow is Free Comic Book Day. It is, and I'm excited. Mas says, it's a friggin' miracle we agree on a movie, Josh. Hey! That Scarlet Cloud, those one-liners, what mouth? I'm arguing with everybody. Dude, me too. This stream is more hostile than I wanted it to be. I want to accept everybody. And all of your opinions are fine. It's okay to disagree, but also, you're all fucking wrong! Zoe the Goat says, 20 out of 10, and technically the Darkhold was the villain, Josh, so you have to shave your head. Uh-oh. Yo, what if I accidentally, did it or whatever? Hell no, we ain't shaving nothing, bro. P.S. a million times better than the Batman. Bro, don't even get me started on the Batman, dude. The Midman? the Midman? Gravity Student says, when do you think we'll see the X-Men enter the MCU officially? Will there be a House of M event? I'm not sure about that, but they've got the X-Men animated show, X-Men 97, should go into production next year. I think we'll also get some of that announced at San Diego Comic-Con later this year, because Marvel's just getting fucking started. X-Men Fantastic Four, The Road to Secret Wars, let's fucking go! I need to throw something! Ah! I'm thinking the musical note fight was written for Elfman, and he killed it. Love the sound design and score for the whole movie. Bro, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. What the fuck? I slept through the stream. Movie was goated. Oh no, Arthur, bro. Sozin says, before one of the pages in the Book of Ashanta got burned away, there's a giant Chavez star on the page. How is her power connected to the book? So my theory is that she might be a manifestation of the book. She might be sort of made for the book. In the same way that Wanda is something of a manifestation of the Darkhold. Could have something to do with the Beyonders. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. Top Plate Chef said, seeing Mr. Fantastic was great. My theater cheered. Dude, mine too. And they loved Professor Xavier as well. Alec Martinez says, just felt like a cinematic comic book, and it was pinnacle. I loved it. Hell yeah, bro. I loved it too. We got to respect other people's opinions now. Debiara says, what's poppin', Josh? Love this movie. Wish some scenes could have lingered longer. Surprisingly, IMAX 3DX was well worth the watch. Love seeing the channel grow. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you. Bro, these super chats are all over the place. I'm going to try to do my best here, guys. But I'm currently going back up and seeing some that I missed. And then I'm going to have to go back down and try to get to some. So I'm only going to go for like 20 more minutes. I'm going to try to get to everybody here. But, yeah. Tyler says, the Illuminati versus Wanda had me immediately thinking of Mace Windu, Kit Fisto. Yeah, dude. When Palpatine just came in and cut him up. 100%. At Kamar-Taj, Rintrah obviously sticks out. It's never explained why he's there, but KT probably houses some unique individuals yet to appear. Yeah, 100%. That's just like a fun little thing. I think it might have been misdirection. Maybe he had more to do at some point, but yeah. Loved MOM and love your channel. Wanted more Professor X fight, but thoughts on connection with coming Agatha show now? Maybe Wanda Resurrection / Surge. That would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. Jack DeWhiskey says 2 Raimi Easter eggs were Gargantos climbing the building, like in Spider-Man 2, with Doc Ock climbing the building with Ant-Man and Bruce Campbell punching himself in Doc Strange 2 with his hands possessed in Evil Dead. Dude, nice. True. Thank you. Trevor says, what was the one line you were excited about in the movie? Was it Strange saying to Reed that the Fantastic Four was a thing in the 60s? No, it was about the incursions. When I heard about the incursions, I was like, crazy. Funniest thing for me was how the Illuminati was most afraid of you, Steven, and not even 5 minutes later, they were obliterated by Wanda. I love the movie. Yeah, 100%. Just shows that, like, they didn't know. Like, their Wanda's obviously very different, which is cool. There's something unique about our Wanda. She's bad, you know? Pretty awesome. Prince Zodiac says, Emma One is in my top 3 MCU films. Still buzzing, though. Oh, wait, do you mean not in your top 3? You know what my top 3 are? Multiverse of Madness, and Multiverse of Madness! J Mike Gaming says, with enough prep time, Batman could take Wanda. Oh, yeah, 100%. But that's the problem with all the movies, is they don't, like, they don't know that. They'd rather put the homie in hockey pads, you know what I mean? The Night Show says, hi, Josh. Not sure if you've said it yet, but do you think John will be Mr. Fantastic in our universe? Yes, I do. And no, I don't think Wanda is dead. Mandalore says, woke up and got ready to drink those salty tears of yours. Turns out the tears are mine. Bald Josh will happen. I can sense it. I don't play around with the locks, bro. I should probably treat my money a little bit more like I do my hair. Jackson Henry said, loved every minute of it and wish my girlfriend Tiffany a happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Tiffany. Hope you're having a good one. Hope it's a good birthday for you. Jack Quick says, Bruce Campbell PC warming us up for Deadpool. Maybe. Proxy says, you got to do Secret Wars comic reading or Road to Books Fire. Much love, homie. Yeah, we'll do some content around that stuff for sure, bro. You know I'm all about it. Sneak Desire, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Light 7 out of 10 for me, says Mate. The story didn't grip me at all, and I felt like Raimi went over the top with his style. I love him, but this didn't click for me. Many great things in here, though. Glad you loved it. Hey, that's actually kind of like a reasonable take. Just too much Raimi style. Maybe you don't like it. That's kind of like me and James Gunn. Loved it, but it didn't click. That's fair. Many great things in, but yeah, just didn't fully work for you. That's cool. I guess I don't understand the dislike for the movie. Me neither, bruh. Yes. Okay, cool. So I think I got to the top of the soupies. Now I got to go all the way back down. Okay. Hang on now. Okay, here we go. Who did Sinister Strange lose to? Yeah, it could be Iron Man. Could have been the Iron Legion universe. The Iron Legion universe was in one of the very first plot leaks for the film. I strongly feel that it was going to be... I'm going to talk more about this. I'm going to do a whole video about Tom Cruise Iron Man. Yup. I think it could have been Superior Iron Man. Yeah. John Cross says, was really hoping to see Steven create his own Illuminati in a post-credit scene. Thought the second scene was so dumb. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't even watch it. I told Elisa, I was like, I know what the second scene is. It's fine, but we can go. Stephen Schultz said, Strange was making fun of Fantastic Four's name by intentionally confusing them with the Fab Four, the Beatles of the 60s. That is also an explanation for that, 100%. T. Anderson said, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Make your way around the tower. Much love to you. Angel Stark says, 100% Wanda isn't dead, right? There's no way. I don't think so. I think she's coming back. Captain Rex says, I liked the movie, but I didn't like how OP Wanda was. What? What you mean? That one scene made me mad. I also thought the pacing was whack. Other than that, it was a 7 out of 10. Wait a minute. Are other people mad about this? Are people mad that Wanda is that strong? Like, is that a thing, chat? Tell me. Is that what's going on? Do people know about Wanda from the comics? do they know what happens in House of M? Do they know what happens after House of M? Like, this was literally light work for Wanda. Like, this is light work, bro. Anyway, Jay Levine says, no Ultron info in the movie, just there? Cut scenes? Oh, yeah, 100%. There were things cut. I don't know that needed to be explained, honestly. But, yeah, there was absolutely a lot cut, bro. Look, I've said it in this stream. I'll say it again. It is the weakest part of the movie. Like, there's stuff that just doesn't make sense, and you could see the cuts. But it's still, I think it works. It serves its purpose, you know? Crazy Panda says, only disappointment was the post-credit scenes. The post-credit scenes were lame, but the Cleo one has very significant meaning. Again, I go over it in the video that I'm doing right now. But, bro, it's meaningful. I agree, though. It wasn't that cool. It literally is just like her, she shows up, and then they go through a portal. It's weird. But there's actually a lot to sort of pick apart from that, right? Marvel Maniac says, I want to see the fight between the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the Inhumans, and Thanos. Give me Infinity War 2. No need for Endgame. They already won. Indeed. MCU Drew says, does this move WandaVision up for you? The sequence from WandaVision to Loki to No Way Home to MOM is amazing. I don't think it necessarily moves the needle on WandaVision for me. I have already sort of went back, revisited WandaVision, and I do think it's pretty good. So I've already kind of increased it. But the problem with WandaVision is that finale, bro. To go from that episode 8 to that finale is just wildly disappointing. But I love Wanda. This movie was dope. She's incredible. So I'm still feeling great as a Marvel fan. You know what I mean? From Kaz Gaming says, Raimi brought a new flavor to the MCU. Wanda was crazy. Illuminati, epic. Music scene, creative. Epic movie. Not every MCU movie needs to be the same. Oh, yeah. I felt like this movie did a lot of new stuff, and yet still felt very MCU to me. Like, again, I think it's kind of magical the way that it balanced all that. You know what I mean? Get it? Magical. Get it? You get it? Magical. Ian says, I overhyped the movie in my head, and it just didn't live up to it, but I still loved it. So that's so interesting to me because, like, I was afraid that was going to happen for me, and yet I was just so satisfied with what we got, you know? So, I don't know. I guess it could have happened for me, just didn't or whatever, you know? Storm and Norm, member for 10 months. Appreciate all that love, man. Says, my theater experience was like a wrestling crowd. Huge pops for Professor X, Peggy, Fantastic Halpert. MOM flipped my flashbacks. 9 out of 10. My man, quote of the day. Love it, dude. Please do call-ins today. Need some questions answered. I can't do call-ins today because we got to stream in 40 minutes and I got to eat. So I'm trying to actually just get through this and then we'll call it a day. But don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to discuss. We'll have plenty of time. Jack D. Whiskey says, Josh will use Darkhold to get rid of bad reviewers and get his own third eye. 100%, bro. I'm coming for him. Skylar says, if the MCU ever ends, how will it, in your opinion? It'll be reset. It'll be reboot probably in 10 years when Feige steps down. Aloha's, Epic Maddox, Ice Cream Songs. Open up your Easter eggs. Evil Dead, tell them, MOM, hello, meow, boom. Angel says, finally, or rather, watch Infinity War after MOM. I miss Tony and Cap. Oh, yeah, they were great. They were great. They'll be back for Secret Wars, baby. Tapanjit says, the Illuminati, the best, killed so easily, LOL. Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Them's comic book rules, bro. That's Wanda. That's Wanda. That's why after House of M, some people were like, no, she needs to die, bro. Like, she can't even be alive. She's that powerful. She can't even be alive. She shouldn't even be alive. That's Wanda. And now we all get to kind of think about what's the right thing to do with her if she's still alive, you know? Dawn says, I was that no person when Peggy went, sigh. Curious on Rambo-Wanda relationship after this. IMAX was an awesome experience. Hashtag bring me Thor. Let's go. Yes, we got Thor right around the corner. I'm hyped. Okay, and Dan says, will Strange/Darkhold consequences play into Midnight Suns? Wouldn't that be fun? I would like that quite a bit, actually. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to chill in the chat for like 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then I got to get out of here. I got to eat, and then I got to turn around and do another stream at 1 for the Prime members. Okay, what else is on your mind? The Illuminati were dipshits. They didn't even work as a team. Oh, I 100% disagree, dude. They didn't feel as though they needed to work as a team because they thought Black Bolt was so powerful. Like, it's just very clear that their Wanda has not even close to tapped into the power that this Wanda has. She also didn't study the Darkhold. It was their Steven that studied the Darkhold, right? So when they heard about the Scarlet Witch, they were like, dude, whatever, bro. You know what I mean? And then they got fucked, bro. Because that's the Scarlet Witch. Oh, sorry, Peter. I don't think I can go back, brother. I'm trying. Why is nobody talking about the corpse scene? Dude, the Thanos corpse scene was amazing. Like, I loved that Steven went to the multiverse. Like, so our Steven was like, okay, there's one scenario that we can actually beat Thanos, and it's wild. The Steven from that universe was like, nah, I'm going to use the Darkhold. And then he causes an incursion, destroys an entire universe, then gets the Book of Ashanti. They defeat Thanos, and he's like, yeah, but I can't be around. And Black Bolt fucking murders him. It is amazing. Like, dude, as a comic book fan, like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm not getting it. Like, like, we got a buffet on a silver platter. I don't know that I'm trying to understand where people are at with it. You know what I mean? But, oh, yeah, dude, that Black Bolt was fucking awesome, dude. He was fucking awesome. And he does, like, next to nothing. It's like they characterize those comic book characters so well. It has all these little trappings and flavors. Like, when he teleports in, and you're just like, holy shit, dude. Like, Reed Richards just fucking teleported in. You know? It's crazy. Super cool. Charles quoting himself was dope. Yeah, that's kind of dope. Strange going to the dark dimension with Clea? Yup. Looks that way, yeah. A lot of mystery there for sure. Yeah. So did Earth 838 not have Avengers in it? It might have had the Avengers, but it kind of seems like the Illuminati was really the core group. Like, they were the one that, defeated Thanos. They may have actually had an experience with an incursion before they experienced Thanos. Yeah. Hey, Josh, most heads-up Easter eggs for the movie will be hidden, animated, in limited series. Wait, what? I don't know what you mean, bro. What you mean by that, bro? Who would win between Wanda and the Eternals? Bro, Wanda literally crushes everybody. There's probably only a few characters that could beat Wanda. She gets massively depowered at one point in comics, and she's still absolutely incredibly powerful. You know what I mean? So maybe she'll be depowered after this. But yeah, like, obviously at full power, channeling chaos magic from the Darkhold, she's unstoppable, bro. That's the whole point. How would Silver Surfer compare to her? Silver Surfer would be... So Silver Surfer is channeling a lot of cosmic power from Galactus, okay? Galactus, like, think of him as, like, Orisham level from Eternals, okay? Wanda could, in an instant, rewrite reality so that Galactus never existed in the universe. So then Silver Surfer's nothing. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're playing with power that's beyond... She can reshape reality at will, dude. Like, there's literally... I cannot think of it... Like, the Beyonders would be able to... Because the Beyonders would probably just be able to, like, diffuse her power, essentially. Do you know what I mean? But, like... There's nobody that... Dark Phoenix versus Wanda. Again. This one's a little bit trickier because you could make the argument that the Phoenix Force is a constant, like, with the White Room. So, like, you can't actually reshape reality without the Phoenix Force. But I do think Wanda could beat Phoenix Force Jean. At full power, yeah, 100%. Because she could, at the very least, make it so mutants didn't exist. So then Jean would have no power. So why would the Phoenix Force possess her? And maybe her body wouldn't be able to handle the power. You know what I mean? Wanda versus Superior Iron Man with 3 Infinity Stones. Bro, there is nobody that could beat Wanda, dude. Like, how is this a challenging concept? When she can reshape reality at will? Like, what? Like, maybe full gauntlet Thanos. Maybe, I said. Like, maybe. Like, hello? Yeah. Franklin Richards could probably beat her, yes. But Franklin Richards is also a reshaper of reality. Right? So, Molecule Man, maybe. What about Doom? Doom could probably beat Wanda, but not straight up. Because he couldn't beat her straight up. But he's smart enough to know that and possibly figure out solutions around it. You know what I mean? Oh, God Doom takes Wanda easily. But again, why? Because he's got the power of the Beyonders. He's got reality-shaping power. Right? So reality-shaping power, pretty strong. That's the point. Like, this is kind of fun, though. It's kind of fun to kind of, like, talk through this because I think that this is going to be a recalibration for a lot of different people that are watching the MCU. Oh, yeah, I can't wait for Doom either, man. Wanda vs. Chthon. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. But Reed Richards couldn't figure out how to beat her. So it would appear that the Reed from that universe has never had an experience like the Scarlet Witch studying the Darkhold. And without that data point, he probably has no idea that that could be a thing because that Steven studying the Darkhold was strong. But you have to understand, there's a whole chapter in the Darkhold about the Scarlet Witch. So it's almost like she's meant for it. And in that sense, like, her power is unpredictable and almost unknowable, right? And legitimately, Reed just thought Black Bolt would just be able to decimate her. You know? So. People are butthurt like me that she just blew through them, killed the smartest man alive in 2 seconds. Yeah. I just, that feels very accurate to me as a big-time comic book nerd. I'm like, yeah, that would happen. 100%. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Much love to you all. Look, plenty more to discuss about this. So we'll be talking about it in videos. A lot of videos coming out, a lot of streams, a lot of exciting stuff to get into. We'll be talking all about it, okay? Much love to you all. I appreciate the support. I hope you guys had a good time in the stream. I'm sorry that I got all toxic about it, but also if you don't like it... Anyway, much love to you guys. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Man, I don't know which I don't know which one's worse. When I really don't like something and I get all triggered when people are defending it, or when I really like something and everybody's like, well, what about this? And I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. But I can't help it. I love this movie, bro. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do better in the future. It's okay if everybody didn't love it. Anyway, much love to you all. I'll see you guys soon. Open up that third eye like Doctor Strange. Watch out for that brown eye. And see ya.